Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Redstoning, the series where I take you through redstoning and all the fun stuff that comes with it, such as computer engineering and just generally having fun with it. So, this episode we'll be learning about basic logic gates, which are NOT gates, AND gates, OR gates, and NOR gates. And maybe sounds pretty complicated for a few people, but it's pretty easy when you get to the end of it. So, this is the first one we'll go over and is the basis for all of the other gates. This is a NOT gate, otherwise known as an inverter. Now, an inverter takes the initial input signal, which is this, and takes it and changes it to the opposite. So right now, it's powered on, so its output is off, and vice versa. So it's off, on. It doesn't have to be straight up. As long as this block is powered, this torch is going to be turned off. And so this is a vertical, where it goes straight up and it keeps inverting the other signal, so it can be carried up. Now notice that there is a slight delay, just like I mentioned earlier with the ticks. There's a 1 tick delay for an inverter, so there's a total of 3 ticks, which is about 3/10 of a second. So not too bad, but it'll stack up. This is also another way to make an inverter, so you can tell that this is on, that torch is off, making that lantern off. So pretty easy to get. Now, next one combines inverters to make an AND gate, where you need both inputs, both A and B, to be turned on. So when I turn on both A and B, the output will be on. Now, this works with 2 inverters put on one. So when this input is on, the output's off. This is on, this output's off, and now the total signal is off, inverting the signal. This inverter inverts that signal, making this obviously come out. But if one of them is off, this inverter is outputting on, and it covers this entire wire. So while this still may be off, this one is making it on, covering, inverting that off. So here is the most simple way to make a AND gate. You have two redstone leading up to it, and then I'm just using levers right there for the heck of it. You can put the input source anywhere, and then you have that line, and then traditionally you do this. So that's how you do it. So if I turn both these on, this comes off, but if one of these, or both of them are off, then we're good. So this can be also used many different ways. The AND gate doesn't have to be made like this. This is a 4-way AND gate, so you need all 4 inputs to be on in order, or off in this case, sorry, in order for this to become on. And these signals can be inverted, so that way it all needs to be on in order for that to happen. So this is another example to where both, and it switches back. You see, this is inverter right here, and it's inverting this inverter. In turn, inverts it. So a lot of inverting happening, but as long as you just play around with it, you should be good. Now going back to an easier subject is an OR gate, where as long as one of these are on, doesn't matter how many of them are on, as just one of them is on, output will happen. So that's pretty easy. As long as power is going to the block, it's going to get pulled out and put there. Now this one is a pretty fun one to mess around with. This is a NOR gate, or a XOR gate, depending on how you use it. NOR gate means neither one of these can be the same. So right now they are both off, so no output is gained. But when one is on and one is off, output is obtained. And so, but when both of them are on, output is not obtained. So what you want to do is make this. Now this looks like a big jumbled mess of redstone, and it really is. But all you have to know is these are 2 AND gates testing for 2 different conditions. So right now I'm going to build one for you guys. So you have your 3 right here. You have your 2 inputs, which I'll have right here. On that I had it on the actual thing. And so what you want to do is you want to put one right here, one right here, one right here, one right here. Now this one right here is a traditional AND gate. We've seen this. Ignore these 2. These are traditional AND gates. Now this inverts it to make an inverted AND gate. So put that right there, flying, put that, and now it's an inverted AND gate. So what these two AND gates do is they test to see whether they're in the same state. This AND gate is becomes activated when both of these are on, but this one becomes activated when these are both off, and the eventual signal from these will turn the output off if you put an inverter. So you could also make this work by, sorry, there's a little interference there from that. There'd be a little interference from that lamp. So you can also make this work by not having any of these. So it's a little complicated, maybe hard to get. You probably should, really try and build it yourself. Get your hands quote unquote dirty, I guess. So that's it for now. The next episode we'll be doing more technical gates, which aren't really gates, they're more input-output stuff, and that is an RS NOR latch and a T flip-flop. So more exciting stuff, and can't wait to see you next time. Bye.